year review. Hey guys, so 2024 was a hectic year. You know, we had the election, we had mad people on Twitter, we had a brand new social media platform explode, we had quite a lot of things happen, and I want to talk about what happened in my personal life and what I've learned. So let's get into it. So one of the major things that happened in 2024, for me anyway, is I finally am going to get away from some of the things that have been holding me back when it comes to actually creating more content. Now, you may not know this, but I'm a former addict. Former in some respects, still struggling in others. And one of the major things that I've really struggled with is distractibility and just focusing on things that don't matter versus things that do matter. You know, I have a gaming problem. I have a gambling problem somewhat, because even though I don't use money, I pull on gotcha characters like it's nothing. You know, oh, I gotta get this character. I gotta get this. I mean, you saw my pulling for Nahida video. It's like that with basically every character. It's like, ooh, I get some in-game currency. Oh, I got to pull. So I'm trying to get away from playing as much of those kinds of games, and instead focusing on learning, on creating, on streaming, because that's where I'm going to gain a whole lot more value. Number two, I am hoping to recreate something that I've seen in the trends of my videos in the last month. And what I wanted to show you is this. So in the last month, I have gained 3.3 thousand views, 58.1 watch time hours, and 16 subscribers. Now, just for transparency's sake, I'm going to go here and switch over to a year view or a lifetime view and show you that despite having 6,310 subscribers as of right now, I am on a downward trend from my peak. So my peak was back in July of 2020, and I had 6,874 subscribers, and today I have 500 and some less. Yeah, that's kind of painful to admit, you know. Oh gosh. I was at 6,900 and some. Man, that's depressing. So anyway, but you know, it's not about the numbers, but I do want to acknowledge that I am on a downward trend right now. I do have spikes every once in a while, but it's not like it's enough to really offset the general trend downwards at this point. Now, I hope to make that trend go upwards again in the new year. That will be one of the major things that I hope to do. But so in the last 30 days, I got a little over 3,000 views and 58 watch time hours and 16 subscribers. So what happened in the last month that helped me gain more views? So I want to look at the top 5 videos that I had. Well, top 4, because number 5 is just an announcement for a live stream, which really I should have them up for that day and then delete them afterward, because they really don't get a lot of views anyway. Anyway, so these 3 things help me in times of trouble. You know, motivational videos, encouraging videos, Christian content, stuff like that. Second one, worst compliment I've ever gotten, funny stories, you know, relatable stories, stuff like that. And then love people who seem unlovable. Love your neighbor, love thy neighbor, love like Jesus. So 2 out of the 3 most popular sorts in the last 30 days were about Christian content and Christian topics. And the other one was about a relatable, funny story. So I think one, talk about relatable, funny stories, 420. You know, funnily enough, my mother is born on 420 as well. It's a running joke in our family. We always ask her, do you want a joint for your birthday this year? Anyway, so, but, and then my top most popular regular long form video is about the loneliness epidemic in America, talking about men feeling like they don't have any friends and stuff like that, but also women also having problems. So it's not like it's just a man thing. So what I notice is that for the most part, I get about halfway through my shorts videos on average for most of my content. And then I get about 15 to 17% through most of my long form videos, which is not great, but it could be worse. A lot of my content is about that way anymore. So, but another thing is just I realize that on the top 10 of my on my top 10 videos, the majority of them are shorts. They're short form content, and they're just short videos that really do well, because that's the way shorts works. So going in the new year, I'm going to focus on making more shorts content to drive views. And then there's a feature where you can actually link a video to your short video, related video. Here we go. This is it. You can go here, you can hit related video, and then you can choose a video that is either another short or a longer form video and select it. And then it will pop up as a dynamic link under the description of the video. And if they click that, they can go to that video. So I'm not actually going to do that, but, I've noticed that can be a possible avenue to drive new viewers to older content or more relevant content on my channel. So I'm going to try and use that as a strategy, because let's be honest, I am desperately hurting for more views. I want to at least be able to have consistently around, well, this would be great. My usual view count in a typical month is anywhere from 1.3 to 1.8 thousand views, which is dead channel numbers. Well, not dead, but dying. And this last month, because I made more videos, I got almost double my usual views. So that's pretty dang good. I want to do more. So the other thing, I want to create more live streams and even just more content. So you'll notice I do have a couple of podcasts. Chat with the Wind and The Truth Is will probably not be updated anymore. I'm probably going to delete those. The Bridge is my newest podcast. I haven't updated it in 3 weeks. I plan to update it again soon. And this will be my main podcast that I'm going to post to. It will be available anywhere you find your podcasts. So Spotify, YouTube Music. I'll try and find other platforms to post it to. It all goes through the Spotify for Creators platform, so I can link it to other places and have it go there automatically. But I'm going to have to set that up first. But I want to create more content that just is more valuable to people. I do. Because it's one thing to have content that just gains views. It's another thing to have content that teaches or encourages people. Like these two videos, these 3 things help me in times of trouble. Love people who seem unlovable. My thoughts on the loneliness epidemic. It's that kind of content that really is what I originally wanted to do. I didn't want to just make content that, doesn't matter or doesn't make any difference or anything else like that. But another thing is, in the last year, I only made 70 videos. My goal at the beginning of this year was to make 180 videos, 200 videos. I fell way short of that. Next year, I plan on doing better. And then sorts, I really didn't make any headway with that. Sorts are easy. I should be churning those out like at least 5 a week. I shouldn't even have trouble with that. But no. So, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to work harder because this year was mainly a flop. Let's be honest, mainly a flop. So now I want to shift gears a second, and I want to talk about something else. So I talked about how the year went as a creator. I want to talk about how the year went as me, as a person. So in the last year, I've had some struggles. I've had health issues. I've had family health issues. I've had family dealing with struggles and drama, and I've had financial stuff come up. I don't like that. That's what I don't like that. That's where things have gone. I don't like that. That's what has been happening in the last year. I want to be the kind of person that can take care of his mom for the last years of her life, however long that is. I want to be the kind of person that people can rely on and can ask questions or just turn to when things are not great. I want to be the person that can have a more positive outlook so that when someone's struggling, I can come alongside you and say, you know what? It's not going to be that bad forever. It will get better eventually. But that requires me being transparent and realistic about where I am in my own life. And so one of the things that I have to be aware of is that I'm still recovering every day. I had a bit of a setback a couple of weeks ago where one of my old habits came back up. And while I didn't go back out and drink, I did do some other behaviors that weren't healthy and weren't positive and weren't helpful for me. And I gained nothing from the experience except for a reminder that, yeah, you're still not all that in a bag of chips, and you're still just as susceptible to temptation as anyone. So I needed that reminder, I think, because next year is going to be a year where I do not want to be caught unawares or caught off guard to where I don't have a leg to stand on, where I don't have people that are in my corner supporting me, but also where I don't have any room to say anything because, well, here you are and here's what happened. You messed up, you goofed up, I don't want that. I want to be the person that can say at the end of next year that year went just as well as I was hoping it would because I trusted God and I trusted others and I trusted myself to do the right thing, God always does the right thing, and I hope that others do the right thing. But I know I need to do the right thing, and I know I need to keep myself accountable to that. That's the thing. So that's my main goal for myself next year is to do better. Number one, because my health isn't great, and if I want it to improve, I need to do better at taking care of myself. Went to a cardiologist yesterday, and needless to say, I need to work on getting healthier because otherwise this thing's not gonna beat right for, it's not gonna beat right forever. Eventually it'll start being wrong. And then that's another problem. That's another issue. So all in all, next year is going to be a year of improvement and a year of consistency. Consistency in my walk, consistency in my actions, consistency in my example, and consistency in my creation. So let's see how well next year goes. Here's the 2025. Looking at you folks. Hope you have a wonderful evening. God bless you, and I'll see you next year.